Hey YouTube, back with another video here, and kind of just want to give a review on the central pneumatic blast gun, which I purchased from Harber Freight. And these are the numbers here, I guess the requirements. And this is the media that I'm going with. This is the central pneumatic glass bead. And my reason for this is a alternator and power steering bracket, which I cleaned nice and powder coated. But if you were to see how this looked when I first purchased it, I'll see if I could find another video and I'll upload it also. But upon assembling everything together, one of the alternator brackets here broke. So what I did, I found another one, and what you could find these off of eBay for real cheap. I've already wire wheeled some of the areas here, but there are some tight spaces in which I can't get the wire wheel into. So just browsing through Harber Freight, I saw that they had a blast gun which was inexpensive, and I was like, wow, maybe this can do the job since it's just a small project to clean up the surface so I can get to powder coating. And since I'm doing that, I may make this a powder coat video also, so you can see the process of me doing this green chrome here for the 66 Impala, which I got my little heat box here which I created. Not sure if I do have a video uploaded from how I built this box, but it actually works good with my two heat lights here that I use. I can get it up to 300 degrees without a problem. But yeah, this is about this portion here. Just want to review this gun, and I'm gonna see if it's up for the task and if it also can do the task, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, YouTube, as you can see, this is how the gun actually came. Everything below this red connector here is little pieces that I purchased, but inside the box there was pretty much nothing but just plastic and a manual. And it came with this gun on the inside, which is real simple to install. You just get a quick connector piece here, and then you insert your media into this little container here. And what I'm gonna try to do is just start blasting away, and we'll see if that works. And then we'll take it from there. Okay, YouTube, back with the other part here. And as you can see, this is the white sand part. I'm pretty much doing everything with one hand, but it's very fine, real fine sand, and pretty much just dumping it into my sandblaster gun here. And these are my compressor ratios. We'll see if that is enough to do the job, but like anything else which would make complete sense, you know, you're pushing out media through a gun, which actually seems to be white sand. And I'm pretty sure in order for this to do a great job, the better your air pressure, the more abrasive and more powerful and a higher impact that this media here could reach the part and pretty much take out whatever is there. So that's my compressor ratio. That's the part outside, and then we'll see if this sandblasting gun is up for the job. Now bear with me, YouTube. I'm only using one hand here, and then we'll see. Just gonna make an adjustment here to I guess turn the knob so our media can go through. Not sure if you can see that, but I'm gonna grab a towel and I'll try to wipe that down to see if anything was actually removed, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, YouTube, and on our first pass, this is what we got. I'm just gonna wipe it just to see what we have. because as you can see, I wire wheeled around the edges here, and this is just the sandblasting material. And I want to see which actually works better. Would it be worth it to just wire wheel or just use this sandblasting gun? See if it's up for the trick. Because it's hard to get into these little areas here with a wire wheel. That's my main reason for purchasing this gun. And we'll take it from there. As you can see, it leaves like a gray primered layer. But I'm not sure if it's actually doing something. But I'm just going to grab a wire wheel to see if it actually does anything here. And this is my Milwaukee. Very handy tool for tight spots. And as you can see here, it leaves a much more polished surface. I'm not sure if this media gun is actually scratching the surface or it's just leaving another layer of residue over my part here. But what I'll do, I'll turn the camera off. I'm going to try to get one of these internal slots, and then I'll pretty much upload another video and we'll take it from there. Okay, YouTube, I just wanted to update you with another video since the compressor is off. But as you can see here, it actually is removing the surface here, the grit, the grime surface that I would like to remove. And as you can see, it's leaving a fine, I guess, powdered texture. I don't know. After I'm done with this, I probably wipe everything down, clean it off with some water, and then dry it, heat it, so that we get all of the residue off from the sandblasting material. But yeah, good comparison. As you look here, surface is much more cleaner compared to what is here. So I'm happy. This gun, I don't want to say it's worthless or it's the best. If you're doing small jobs and if you're a patient person, I'd say this gun can do the job. Because as you can see here, it did clean the inner surface here compared to what it is here, and I'm happy with that. I'll probably wipe it down a little more, see if areas where I can reach with a wire wheel, I will, and I'll clean it off, make sure the surface is smooth. But if you're thinking about blasting a large car part with this, like a frame or something, good luck, you'll never make it. But when it comes to small parts like emblems, little bracketry, I think it's okay. I think it'll do the job. But big jobs, no way. This is for small, minor stuff. That I pretty much could have did this with my hand with a wire wheel, but it kind of makes it easier. It's just a little break on my hand, so it is useful, I would say. And if I'm ever to have to do another part like this, I will put it to use rather than try to wire wheel the whole thing. But this is my take. I'll stop here, I'll finish it up, and then I'll pretty much take it from there. As you can see here, a lot of that media went to waste. Well, I don't want to say waste. It was used to do a job, but this is a good amount of media here. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna recycle that. I'll put everything through a strainer and I'll just put it in my bucket here. But it's make sure you're dressed properly for this type of job, because it's a real messy job. It flies all over your face. Make sure you have the proper eyewear, face material. And as we can see here, this is our part after the sandblast. And I think it's good enough. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through the whole thing with my wire wheel here, also my Milwaukee tool here, and I'm actually gonna smoothen out the surfaces as good as I can, because the better the prep work, the better the final outcome. But yeah, I was able to remove a lot of that material rather than try to fight to get into tight spaces. And like I said, it's not good for big jobs. This is just little minor stuff. I'd say like emblems. The biggest I would go with is actually this alternator and power steering pump support here. Probably wouldn't go no bigger than this to do a job. But yeah, it actually did do the job. I'm gonna see if I could kind of prep it a little better and then I'll take it from there. Yeah, that material, it's not going nowhere. I'm using that again because I think this bucket here at Harbor Freight actually cost me 59 bucks. And as you can see, I've gone through 3/4 of it just for that one part right here. So yeah, I'm gonna put that back to use. And what I want to try is probably going to Publix and purchase some salt or sugar because this is just fine material. It feels the same, and I believe salt or sugar would be a little more abrasive. This actually feels a little finer. So salt or sugar would probably do a better job. It'll probably have a harder time being pushed in through the air, but I actually want to give that a try, and I'll probably shoot a video on that if I do decide to do it. But yes, this is it here. Part is sandblasted, and what I'll do, I'll wire wheel the areas that I can, and then I'll put some chrome powder coating over this, and then I'll take you along for the ride. Okay, YouTube. Alrighty, YouTube. Wanted to follow up, make another video here. Now, this is just a slight polish compared to how it looked after the powder coating. As you can see, there are still small corners I could not reach. This is all done with my Milwaukee grinder here, and then as you can see, I had a fine tip. It's pretty much done now, so I'm gonna have to get another one. Yeah, but this is it. Compared to the powder coating, we got a little bit of a cleaner surface area. Now I'll try to use another tip to get into the corners here, but so far so good. With the sandblasting gun down to the polishing, we got this piece looking a little better. Prep for powder coating, and then when the final product is done, and also through the process of the powder coating, I will kind of take you along just to give you a visual of how I'm doing it, and then we'll pretty much take it from there, YouTube. Okay, YouTube, back with another scene here, and as you can see, I fully got this part cleaned out. Wire wheeled it as much as I can. Like I said, it's all in the prep work when it comes to the quality of these products here. And as you can see on the prior one, there were little mistakes that I made. All these little bubbles that you see there were from me not prepping my part the way that it should be. And I guess oil and things like that kind of caused the powder to bubble. So what I did, I actually took my time to go over each little corner here, each little part. This is not really a smooth piece of tool. It has like rough edges, which are normal for it. But yeah, this is it. Got it all cleaned out. And what I'll do, I'm gonna get a microfiber towel. I won't put no degrees or anything on it. I tried that, and that's what actually caused this to bubble. Pretty much wire wheel it, dry it all, wipe it all down with a microfiber towel, and then I'll heat it up to 200 degrees, and then I'll lay some powder on there. But this is it, yeah, looking real nice, and we're ready for some powder here. Okay, YouTube. Okay, YouTube, and I also want to add, as we can see here, our part is clean to the, I don't want to say to the T, but it's clean enough. And I just wanted to also add that the powder coating process that I'm using here is going to be a 3-step method. But now it could have been a 2, and it could be a 2 if only I decided to, but there's just certain spots that I see here I'm not happy with as far as how the chrome shines. But this illusion that we want to capture here with this green, under this green layer where there's a clear, there's the green powder, and then there's a chrome. But if you really look through that green, you can see that it's translucent and it has like a shine beneath it. And that's our chrome. And that's why this process is going to become a 3-step process. We want a good layer of chrome. Now, if this part wasn't perfectly fine chrome position, I could just lay my green and then my clear and I would be good to go. But because there's just certain spots that I feel like it lay a better layer of chrome to get a good green translucent look for what I'm trying to achieve here, I'm gonna lay just a powder layer of chrome, and then I'll show you how that looks, and then we'll move on to the green. And then after the green, I'll throw a layer of clear on there. And then we'll pretty much take it from there. Yeah, but after examining the part, I'm gonna go with a 3-layer system here, which is the chrome, the green, and then our clear. And then we'll pretty much take it from there. Alrighty, back with another one here, and as you can see, I'm getting ready to prep my part for the heating process. That way I can heat it up to at least 200 degrees, and then I'll lay the powder on there. But as you can see, just regular aluminum paper on certain areas where other parts screw into. You don't want to get your powder in there because it kind of interferes with the thread and it sticks on there very tight. But yeah, this is it, just regular aluminum paper. Got it all covered up here. And then I got my powders lined up how it's gonna go here. We have our super chrome from Prismatic. It's a sour apple green from Eastwood. And this is our Clear Vision gloss here also from Prismatic. And then we'll take it step by step. And this is pretty much it. I'll hang it. Got my boot set up here with my heat lights. Each of these lights produce 2,000 watts. And as you can see, I just created a little heat box here. And it also has a door. I created 2 boxes for a vent hole. That way the 2 lights could actually vent some of the heat out because they do have vent sections here. And I'll pretty much hang my part. Got my little hanger set up here where I'll lay the powder. And then we'll pretty much take it from there. And this was real inexpensive. Went to Home Depot, just bought some board. One little galvanized sheet here I use as the skeleton for the whole box here, which was only like 20 bucks. And then the board was probably $11 a board. And I purchased 2 of them to create this here. And this is pretty much it. Okay, YouTube, we got everything hung here. Like I said again, got the chrome loaded up, got the part heating here. And when we test this, we'll see what we got. And I'm pretty much at 230, and that's after about, I'd say 10 minutes. I'll give it another 5 minutes, let it cook some more. We get some good heat, that way the powder will stick and all that grease will pretty much disintegrate. There's pretty much no grease on there. I did touch it probably once or twice. For the most of the time I did have on gloves, but just those little finger touches, you know, that could affect the quality. So we want to make sure we get a good surface product here. Yeah, and this is it. Pretty much bouncing between 230, 240, 220 in there. And I'd say that's good enough. And then we'll pretty much take it from there, YouTube. But yeah, this is it. The box is cooking. Everything is in place. We're at our first step here with the chrome, and then we'll go to the green, and then we'll lay some gloss on there. And that's it, YouTube. Okay, YouTube, and as you can see, this powder here gets real messy. There's pretty much gonna try to turn my pressure down, but this gun seems to have like a variable, I guess, pressure. The lighter you press on it, the less powder that comes out. But yeah, we have our part here. It's actually heating. I only pulled it out for a couple of seconds just to lay the powder. It was not a long walk. I pretty much took it from one and hung it over here. And but we did lose some temperature, but that temperature is gonna go back up. We're at 206. Now what I'm gonna do, it's gonna rise right after I put my door back on here. And then we'll pretty much let it bake for, I like to go 20 minutes. And I like to look at it. I like to check the temperature just to see how it's going. And then we'll pretty much take it from there. We'll play it by eye. Alrighty, and as you can see, we got a good amount of chrome there going on. And let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll pretty much take it from there. But I'm at a temperature of 277. And what I come to find from past experience, that's fine. My parts pretty much come out good. I'll lay the sour green on there next, and then we'll pretty much take it from there. Okay, YouTube, and as you can see here, just pulled it out from baking. And this is our chrome part here. This is the prismatic chrome. It's nothing that's smooth like glass, but good enough to do the job for me to lay the green on there compared to how it was before. And this is what we have. As you can see, it's a shiny chrome. I'm just gonna let it cool down a little before I lay the green on there. I already have it loaded here. We'll let it cool down, and then I'll do another pass with the green, and then I'll shoot another video. But yep, this is it, YouTube. Little by little, it's a process, step-by-step process, but you know, we're getting there. Super chrome from Prismatic. Next up, we have the sour apple green from Eastwood. It's a good combination. Alrighty, YouTube, got my green apple powder laid down, and let's see what's our temperature here. And as you can see, we're at 346. And I'm gonna pull it out in just a second. I'll let you get a good look at it. Seems to have a nice layer of clear here without me adding the clear, but I like to add clear as an extra layer of protection, you know, due to scratches and things like that that may happen. But then once I pull it out, I'll give you a little look, and I already have my gloss already loaded here, and then we'll pretty much take it from there. Alrighty, YouTube, back with another scene here, and as you can see, we got the green powder laid on. Laid it down a little heavy to where it's not that translucent to where the chrome is actually shining through. But as you can see, we got a good part here. I'm happy with the color. I also did the water pump, same as this here. And if you really look into it, you can see we have a good layer of shine there to where I don't even really think it needs the clear, but I'm gonna add a clear just for that protection, just an extra layer. But yeah, this is it, the green. We'll move on to the gloss, and that's pretty much it. And then I'll let it cool down for like another 10 minutes. Let that green kind of settle, and then we'll lay the clear on there. This is it, YouTube. On to the next one after the other. Alrighty, YouTube, back with the final product here. And as you can see, we have our chrome, green, and gloss layer added onto the part here. And I'm actually happy with the final product of how it came out. See, I did a good job. Well, it's good enough for what I need. This car is not going to be a show car, but definitely want it to look like it's one. I'm actually gonna enjoy this one. But as you can see, we have our part here, powder coated, stripped it, used the blast gun this time to clean out everything. And we had a good clean surface, good enough to get that powder laid on. And as you can see here, this is the green from Eastwood and the chrome and the clear from Prismatic. That's pretty much it, YouTube. Final product right here. And it's looking good, I shall say. Good enough for my likings. Okay, thank you, YouTube.